$1 million. In today's video, we're gonna break down what that can get you here in San Francisco. The reality is that at this budget, the difference between what you get and what you give up is enormous. Hey everyone, by the way, my name's Alex Epstein and I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the city. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through in detail at 4 homes that are currently on the market. We're gonna look at the neighborhood, the trade-offs, the true monthly cost, and at the end, I'll tell you my honest take on every property and what kind of buyer I think actually makes sense given those properties' details. Number 1, why $1 million is a meaningful number here in San Francisco. A median condo price in San Francisco is $1.2 to $1.3 million, while a median single-family home is $1.4 to $1.5 million. $1 million sits just below both of those medians, and it's where the market really begins to open up with some options. And just for some context, if you are going to apply for a mortgage at a 6% interest rate for $1 million home, with 20% down, you're looking at a monthly payment of around $4,800 per month. To qualify for this payment, lenders would like to see anywhere from $135,000 to $140,000 household income. Now, I'm just using these numbers because they tend to be the most common. It's totally okay if you don't have 20% to put down. If you don't want to put 20% down on your loan, FHA will allow you to put down as low as 3.5%. Conventional loans can go as low as 5 to 10% down as well. If you do put less than 20% down, you'll have to pay PMI or private mortgage insurance until you hit 20% equity. It slightly adds to your monthly costs, but it's a great way to get in. One thing that first-time home buyers here in California don't really appreciate until they get in is Proposition 13. In California, your property tax assessment is locked in at your purchase price. In the future, your property taxes can only increase up to a maximum of 2% per year, no matter how much the market appreciates. In San Francisco, where values tend to rise very quickly and we have steady appreciation, that is a huge financial benefit. It's one of the many reasons why buying, even at such a large price tag, can make sense here. Number 2, the properties. The first property we're going to look at today is 724 Excelsior Avenue. This is a single family home, 2-bed, 2-bath, listed at $900,000. It has 1,285 square feet and no HOA. This property is located in the Excelsior district. The Excelsior is one of the few remaining working class, authentic, and diverse neighborhoods in San Francisco. It's located on the southeast part of the city. This is not a destination neighborhood, but it's a real lived-in community with strong bones. Now, to go over the property and compare it to the others, this is a single family home, which means that you own both the home and the land. It's also not located in an HOA, which means you don't carry that risk. You don't have an HOA board or any special assessments. For any value folks out there like myself, it's also the best price per square foot you're gonna get at around $700 per square foot. It also features a solid amount of space. Almost 1,300 square feet for a 2-bed, 2-bath is functional. It's near solid commuting options, being near the Balboa BART station and Highway 280. It's a solid long-term appreciation play as buyers get priced out of premium neighborhoods and move south. On the other hand, the Excelsior is quite different than the other options here. It's not on a waterfront and it doesn't have a trendy dining corridor in the neighborhood. It's also not as walkable as areas like the Mission or the Marina, making a car nice to have. Now let's go over the true monthly cost for this. If you're going to put 20% down at a 6% interest rate, assuming that the property sells for $900,000, here's what your costs are going to look like. Your mortgage, meaning your principal and interest, are going to come out to about $4,300 a month. Your property tax is going to come out to approximately $900 a month, and your insurance is around $150 a month. That makes your total cost here almost $5,400 a month of ownership. And just a note here, for any of you wondering what this would look like at 10% down, with PMI, you're adding about $400 a month to your total payment. Property number 2 is 2770 19th Ave, unit number 52. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath condo listed at $895,000. Just over 1,200 square feet, the HOA costs around $1,300 per month. Now, this is located in a quieter suburban feeling pocket on the western side of San Francisco. This offers a more calm and residential lifestyle. Think of the Sunset without the beach or the West Side without the premium price tag. Now, at over 1,200 square feet, the size is generous and spacious for a 2-bed, 2-bath, especially for a condo. It's also newer construction, so while you do have that lofty HOA fee, you are getting a newer product. It's near San Francisco State University, Stonestown, and West Portal, which gives it great access to nearby amenities. Now, the obvious concern here is probably the HOA fee being over $1,300 a month. A $1,300 HOA fee is significant, especially at this price point, so that's an obvious con. Furthermore, many SF buyers want a neighborhood that's much more walkable than where this is located. Okay, now let's go over the true monthly costs of what this would look like, similar to how we did it with the other property. So here for your mortgage, you're gonna be looking at spending almost $4,300 a month. Your property tax is just under $900 a month, and your insurance might be $100 a month. That might not sound bad, but then you have to add in the HOA at over $1,300 a month, and your total here is just over $6,600 a month. That HOA alone adds over $1,200 per month that you would be paying extra on top of what you would be paying if you got the Excelsior single family home at this price. Keep in mind that that's over $70,000 you're paying over a 5-year span, in addition to what you'd be paying for a single family home in the Excelsior, and that's before any HOA increases. Regarding appreciation, I would say the appreciation potential here is moderate. Condos are not as desirable as single family homes, and they tend not to appreciate as much. They tend not to appreciate as much because the HOA is a drag on the appeal. With that being said, the size here is an advantage because larger units tend to do better. One thing that matters, arguably more than just the price tag itself, is the quality and health of the HOA. I'd rather pay a higher HOA fee and have a building that's financially healthy than vice versa. Property number 3, 2806 Union Street, unit number 4. This is a 1-bed, 1-bath condo listed at $900,000. It has just under 1,000 square feet and has a $975 HOA fee. This property is in Cow Hollow, which is one of San Francisco's most desirable neighborhoods. Union Street is a genuine destination. Boutiques, wine bars, top-tier restaurants, all on one walkable corridor. You're close to Marina, Chestnut Street, the Presidio, and Crissy Fields. This is lifestyle real estate at its core. This in-demand area has an extremely high resale value. Historically, properties here have low days on market. For a 1-bed, 1-bath property, 992 square feet is more than suitable. Of all the properties we're going to discuss today, the HOA fee is actually reasonable with this property. Car-free living is really doable in this neighborhood. On the flip side, this is the highest you're going to pay per square foot compared to the other properties at over $900 per square foot. Given that it's only a 1-bed, 1-bath condo, you're not going to be able to grow into this home. With that being said, it's probably not the right fit for you if you're planning a family, need a home office. You're paying a premium here for your address, and parking can be extremely limited here. Now, the true monthly costs here are $4,300 for your mortgage, $900 for your property taxes, $100 for insurance, and just under $1,000 for your HOA fees. That makes the total here about $6,300 per month. The appreciation potential here is extremely high. Cow Hollow is among San Francisco's most in-demand neighborhoods. Condos here have typically held their value and tend to sell quickly. You're buying into one of the most desirable zip codes here in the city, and that just doesn't go away. The trade-off here is that with this specific unit, it's a 1-1, so you're looking at a more narrow buyer pool. And lastly, property number 4 is 338 Potrero Avenue, unit 508. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath condo listed for $800,000. The unit is just under 900 square feet, and the HOA dues are over $900 a month. This is in an energetic part of the city. You're at the intersection of Intermission and Potrero Hill. You're close to Highway 101, Caltrain, the UCSF Mission Bay campus, and Valencia Street's restaurant corridor. It's a younger, tech-adjusted neighborhood with a ton of momentum. Now onto the positives, it's extremely well located for commuters. Caltrain, 101, and the UCSF Mission Bay campus are all close by. It also has a lower HOA than some of the other properties we spoke about at $919 per month. Being near Valencia Street, you have high walkability. There's dining, coffee, and bars all within a close proximity. You're also right next to the Mission District's energy. And finally, it's newer construction, which is great because you get a newer product, which also tends to mean that you have newer amenities. Now, the appreciation potential here is moderate to strong. The Intermission and Potrero Hill corridor here have been extremely in demand and have appreciated very well over the last decade. This is driven by many factors, including tech employment in Mission Bay and its proximity to SoMa. Now onto the negatives, you do get a smaller home at being under 900 square feet for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Now on a per square foot basis, you're over $900 per square foot here, which is not that far off from the Cow Hollow listing we spoke about. So you're not truly getting a discount here for that. While the intermission is vibrant, you are getting that urban grit. That does mean you could get noise, more street activity, and a less residential feel. Now, onto the true monthly cost here. For your mortgage, you'd be looking at about $3,800 per month. For your property taxes, $800 a month. For your insurance, $100 a month. And for your HOA, $919 a month, all totaling just over $5,600 a month. Now, here's one thing that might surprise you when you're looking at these and comparing them side by side. The 19th Avenue condo has a lower purchase price than the single family home in the Excelsior district, yet it costs over $1,200 a month more to own it. Over a 5-year timeline, that's over $70,000 in additional expenses you will pay for that condo. And that's before you factor in any HOA increases or special assessments. Another thing that stands out here is that 3 out of the 4 properties are condos. That means you're sharing ownership of the building with other people. You're subject to HOA rules, HOA decisions, and HOA financial health. That's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, sometimes it can be a great thing, but it is something to note and to keep account of because it is very different than owning a single family home. Also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but keep in mind these are all list prices. And if you know anything about San Francisco real estate, I do, then keep in mind that properties here tend to be underpriced and will typically sell over list price. Okay, here's my honest take on who I think these properties can be best suited for. I think the property in the Excelsior district would be great for a growing family or for a couple that likes to have their space and wants to own a car. I think the 19th Avenue unit could be great for a couple that wants more space. Now for the unit on 19th Avenue, I feel like this is great for a couple that wants more space, might want newer construction, and is okay skipping out on a single family home. Now for the property in Cow Hollow, I feel like this would be great for a single professional or for a couple that doesn't own a car. Now for the property on Potrero Avenue, I feel like this would be great for a young couple or for a first-time home buyer who wants walkability and wants a lower price point. If you're not sure which category you fall into, this is the type of conversation I have every single day with my clients. The best home for you is the one that fits your life. If you want to talk through your specific situation and are looking to move in San Francisco, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to be a resource for you. You can find my contact information below. Let me know down in the comments which home you think fits you and your lifestyle the best. So now we've went through 4 properties that you could buy in San Francisco under $1 million. What I hope that you take out of this is that it is possible, and where you end up depends on what your needs are. You can get a spacious 2-bedroom home on the south side, or you can head up north and get a 1-bedroom condo. No answer here is wrong, and neither is better than the other. I hope this breakdown helps you think through your options clearly. If it did, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and keep up to date with my content. And if you're thinking about buying in San Francisco and want to talk through your options, please feel free to reach out to me at my contact information below. Like this video if it helped you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye now.